Hurricane Helene was a storm for the record books, first forming an area of low pressure off the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula. This storm did strengthen pretty rapidly, eventually making its way from tropical storm status and becoming eventually a major Category 4 hurricane as it made landfall late September 26th near Perry, Florida, along the Panhandle. Now, this storm was intensifying as it made landfall and it was picking up speed. That allowed it to bring some of its devastation further north through central Georgia and right up here into East Tennessee. In fact, as it moved into the Southern Valley, it was still labeled as a tropical storm. Now, the main impact from the storm was all the heavy rain that rolled through the area. And remember, it was raining before Helene ever made an impact here in East Tennessee. So we already picked up several inches of rain. Helene added to that. Our highest rainfall totals are really east of Knoxville, with radar estimates, some spots picking up closer towards 10 inches of rainfall. Of course, all this water headed into the rivers, and that's what resulted in some of the most devastating flooding in our area. The Pigeon River at Newport, major flooding. In fact, it set the record during Helene, cresting at over 29 feet, surpassing the old record that had stood since 1902. Major flooding on this river. There was also major flooding on the French Broad River near Newport, cresting just shy of the record, under 24 feet, but it was the largest flood on this river since 1867. These two rivers brought devastation to Cott County, but we had devastation in Greene County as well. This is the Nolichucky Dam, the Nolichucky River, causing issues into upper East Tennessee as well. In fact, there were concerns over the imminent failure of this dam, prompting evacuations as 1.3 million gallons of water flowed over this dam per second. The dam stood during Helene, and it still remains intact to this day. Helene, truly a storm that brought devastation from Florida right up here into East Tennessee. Heavy rain ahead of the hurricane, and then we had the strong winds, tornadoes across parts of the south and east. In fact, this storm cost well over $70 billion in damage across the United States.